I said to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of the only begotten Son of the Heavenly Father, whose name is Yahweh Shai, who's coming back to deliver his people. Okay, so first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Wachad Kodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. All right, and Yahweh Shai, like I said, he's coming back to deliver his people. He's not coming back to deliver all nations, man. The scriptures say that what? The meek shall inherit the earth, man. Sure. Who's the meek? The Israelites, man. The people right now that are currently on the bottom, but are about to be on the top. All right, give me Matthew 1 and 21. Got it?
This is Matthew 1 and verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Yahweh Shai.
Right.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
So he's coming back to save his people. All right, it's clear. When he was born, that's what he says. That's what his purpose was. Right. Not to save the whole planet Earth. Okay? Give me Matthew 15 and 24. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together.
Right, the children of Israel and the children of Judah, meaning both the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. Okay? The so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. They were oppressed together on the western hemisphere, man. Okay? By the same enemy, which is the Edomite. All right? Go ahead.
And all that took them captives held them fast.
What does captives mean? That means slave. All that took a slave held us fast. Right? Go ahead.
They refused to let them go.
Right.
Their Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name.
Right.
He shall thoroughly plead their cause.
That's right. So meaning what? He's going to come back and throw this kingdom down.
That's right.
That's what it means. All right? It doesn't mean he's coming to plead and make a deal with you and you know, negotiate, bring a suitcase. No, he's coming to bring fire. All right? Go ahead.
The Redeemer is strong. The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon.
That's right.
This is Matthew 15 and verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that's clear. That's the sheep that the Lord is coming back to deliver, man. Okay? Like I just read to you, it said what? Judah and Israel were oppressed together. Both southern and northern kingdom. When did that happen that they were oppressed together? When Judah came over here in slavery. That's when we met our brothers, the so-called Native Americans and the so-called Latinos. Because we've been separated for how long, man? Like over 2,000 years, man. Okay, going back to the split in the time of King David, man. See, this is important history, man.
That's right.
Hold on, get Joel, bro.
All right. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Right. Man, what does it mean to bring again? That means he's going to take it away. He's going to take us out of the captivity. Right? Same way he did in Egypt, right? He took us out of the captivity of the Egyptians. He destroyed the Egyptians. But now it's going to be a lot more deadly. It's going to be a lot more destructive than the time of Egypt.
That's right.
Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead them there for my people.
Read that again. Read that properly.
Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat,
which is in the Middle East. And we just read earlier in the French segment that the Euphrates River is drying up according to biblical prophecy for the purpose of World War III. That's all the purpose of the Heavenly Father, man. Right. To bring that destruction, that final destruction. Anyways, keep going.
All right. And I will plead them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, right, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my lands.
That's right. Okay. Right. Keep going. Keep going.
And they have cast lots for my people,
yep, and
have given a boy for an harlot and sold the girl for wine that they might drink.
That's going into the slavery that Judah had to go through, and Israel. Go ahead.
Yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coasts of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head?
Right. So he said, listen, you can't repay me for what you've done. Right. Speaking to the heathen. Go ahead.
Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
So you sold my people into slavery. You see, all these things have to be answered for, man. None of these things are going to go unanswered. The Lord said, whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. All right? Go ahead.
That ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
And we're being raised up now through the Spirit. This is why we're doing what we're doing. Right. We're out here on the highways and the byways. We're prophesying the downfall of this place, okay, in the midst of our enemies. All right? Because this is the table the Lord has set up for us. Okay? Good. So this is us raising up before Yahweh Shai comes back to take this place down. Okay?
And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians.
So this has to happen. This didn't happen yet. So how can everyone be together in the kingdom? The nations are going to be sold. All right? Especially the nation of Edom. Especially the nation of Edom. Okay? So you Christians can't skip over this, man. Oh, we're just going to know. We're all going to be loving. And wait, what about the slavery? What about the stealing of the Native Americans? All that is going to be answered.
That's right. That's
right. Someone got to pay.
That's right.
All right? And someone is going to pay. All right? Go ahead. All right? People, not just one person, a nation. Right. Okay? Or nations. Go ahead.
And they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off.
So what does that mean? We're going to sell them like how they sold us. Simple. It's that easy. It's not complicated, man. Go ahead.
For the Lord has spoken it.
Right. So anyways, that's what Yahweh Shai is delivering us out of. He's delivered us out of this captivity that we're still in, by the way. That's right. That's why you have a social security number. Okay? That's why you can't just go and travel where you want to travel. That's why you need a license to drive, because you're really slaves by contract. What makes you a slave is voluntary, right? Which is really a trick. It was trickery, right? When they give you the birth certificate, they basically make it law, but then again, it's really against the Constitution, you know? Because this man is the devil, all right? So basically, everyone is enslaved by what? By contract. Okay, so anyways, they haven't let go of the children of Israel, man. You Jakes, a lot of you Jakes think you've been freed, man. The word emancipate doesn't mean free. There's a difference between setting someone free and emancipating someone. Emancipation is a transfer. Okay? They transfer you from what? From the personal ownership of these devils to the government. Alright? That's all it was. A transfer, man. Go ahead.
This is Baruch 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments.
Right, so the Israelites, we've always been going through this. This is going back in the time of Babylon. Okay? So this has always been happening. But this is the last one. Okay, this is the last one. I'll get me thy warfare is accomplished. Okay, go through
this. This is Lamentation.
A bit more? Okay, go ahead.
It said, according to all the iniquities of our fathers was departed from the Lord our power.
All right, go ahead.
This is Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Right, meaning what? We're at the end of our punishment. Okay, this is like I said, this is the last captivity. Okay, because why were we punished? For going against the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, so the elect is turning back. The chosen amongst us, the nation of Israel, is turning back. And they're going to be forgiven and delivered. But then you have the 2/3, the majority of our people that are not going to make it. They're going to die with the heathen, the rest of these nations. Go ahead.
He will no more carry thee away into captivity.
Meaning there's no more captivity. When you read about the statue in Babylon, and the head of gold all the way down to the feet, with the iron mixed with miry clay, that's where we're at. We're at the feet with the mixed with miry clay. And that's where Yahweh Shai is going to come. Get me Daniel's, the Daniels, all right? Second chapter, all right? Okay, go ahead.
He will visit thine iniquity.
See, you have to understand where we are in prophecy. Right. If you don't understand where we are in prophecy, you don't know what the heck's going on. You don't know what's next. You don't know what happened according to the scriptures. You're just lost. Go ahead.
He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
So now he's coming to visit the iniquity of the Edomites, man, which are the ones that rule this present kingdom. Okay? These are the ones that are getting ready to be visited, man. Okay? Them and their people. All right? Go ahead.
He will discover thy sin.
Right, now he's going to look at everything, meaning he's going to look at everything. He's going to look at the records. You know what I mean? When Jay goes to court, they look at the records. Oh, Mr. Johnson, you did this, that. Or you're accused of this, that. Well, the Lord is going to do that to these Edomites. Wait a minute, you stole the land for the Native Americans, right? You put my people in slavery, right? Right? You commit mass genocide. Wait a minute. Did you feed the babies to alligators? This was you, wasn't it? And they got you, and there's a spiritual camera in the heavens.
That's right.
It's catching everything too. So there's no way you devils are escaping, man. It's impossible, man. I don't care how much Jakes want to hug you and love you. That's not going to save you.
That's right, bro.
That's right.
Because they're not the Most High. The Most High's will is going to be done, man.
That's right.
Okay, go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 9.
Yep.
For inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly,
Yes.
and the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord.
So those things are going to be brought up. Okay, go ahead.
And the sound of his words shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds.
That's the spiritual recorder. All right? The angel has the spiritual recorder and say, yeah, I don't want the word to go out, we're going to exterminate the Negroes. I don't want the word to go out, we're going to exterminate the Negroes. That's Margaret Sanger, right? So that spiritual recording is in the heavens, man. Everything these Edomites said that was idle, that was wicked, the Lord has that recorded. Not just the deeds that they did, because that's enough. All right? But they got everything that they said they're going to have to be accountable for too. About how they don't need the Most High, evolution, so on and so forth. Those are all things that have to be answered for. Right.
This is Proverbs 15 and verse 3. The eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good.
Right. The eyes of the Lord are in every place. What are the eyes of the Lord? The angels, man.
Right.
They're everywhere, man. Watching everybody, man. Ain't nobody getting away, man.
That's right.
All right?
That's right.
That's right.
And you can't outfight or outshoot or outstab the angels, man. All right? One angel could take out the whole planet Earth, man. All right? You had an angel in the time of King David who was taking out tens of thousands of people at one time. Right? One angel. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes.
Did you finish that? No, okay, go ahead.
This is 2 Ezra 16 verse 62. Yea, the Spirit of Almighty Most High, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things, and the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions, and what ye think in your hearts.
Shalom.
Even them that sin and would hide their sin.
That's it, man. All right, so he knows everything that Esau's planning on doing, what he's done. Nothing is hidden from the Most High. Right. It doesn't matter if it's in the media or not. Right. Everything is hidden from Yahweh. Nothing is hidden from Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. And everything is going to be answered for, man. Right. Okay? Right. The only ones that's going to be exempt is the elect, man. Right.
Therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame.
Yeah, you can get right with the man. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Esau's not going to get any mercy. Let me get Revelation 18.
And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men.
Yeah.
And your own sin shall be your accusers in that day.
That's it. So the Lord doesn't have to make up lies and propaganda against you. He's just going to pull up the records. Okay? And that's it. All right? Man, the things that Esau's done, we can never sit here and mention it because there's so much things we don't even know that Esau does behind closed doors and that he's been doing. You know? The things he put in our food, the things, you know, a lot of wickedness going on, man. Like even that, what's that thing them Africans eat, man? The Gouda? The Maggi? No, the Gouda. Is that Maggi? Yeah, the Maggi, yeah, the Gouda. That's poison right there.
What's that?
And the Edomites gave them that, and now that's part of their diet.
What's that?
And that's complete. That's like
Maggi.
Where it makes it taste like chicken.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That thing is like, that's pure poison.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and them Edomites gave it to them Africans, right? Which on the West Coast, that's mostly Israelites, right? Them Nigerians, them Ghanaians. So they're gonna have to pay. Listen, there's so much this experiments they do. They gotta pay for that, man. None of that is gonna go unpunished, man.
Right.
Oh, they're going to stealing children. They go down there acting like they're philanthropists. And they got kids in the trunk going to go, do whatever. All right. You know they're a bunch of PDF files.
That's right.
All right? So these things all got to be answered, man.
That's right.
Epstein Island.
That's right.
Yo, you know how much islands these devils got? They got countless islands, man. Go ahead, bro.
Ephesians 5 and verse 12. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret.
Yeah, because there's a lot of things done of them in secret. See? But the Most High has it all in record.
That's right.
He's getting ready to judge them, man.
That's right.
That's the thing they don't get.
Don't
There's
know
something in
about
Job where it says, if the Lord would judge one man or a nation, because it's his choice. He could judge one individual, or he could judge the whole nation. But he said he's judging Esau as a nation. Because remember, the Lord judged us as a nation.
That's right.
Right? His people. He judges his beloved people as a nation. And the next thing is, the balance of it, he's going to judge the wicked as a nation.
This is Job 34 and 29. When he giveth quietness, who can make trouble? And when he hideth his face, who then can behold him? Whether it be done against the nation or against the men only.
Against the nation or can the Lord judge a nation? Yes. Is he going to judge nations? Yes. All right? Especially the nation of Edom. That's what we always mention.
That the hypocrite reign not,
Oh, man.
lest the people be ensnared.
And Esau is the biggest hypocrite. All you got to do is watch that the Davos meeting, man. All kind of hypocrisy in there, man. I was watching a couple of those videos. I'm like, this is pure hypocrisy, man. They're talking about lying is not good. It's the devil talking. This is the top liar on the planet Earth, telling us that lying is not good, right? Right? Trying to go against disinformation or whatever it came. That's all them trying to stop the truth.
That's right.
Okay? Because one of the things they were saying there is that people don't trust the media, the news media anymore. Why don't they trust the news media? Because it's the lies that come out, right? The scandals and lies that you push out constantly. But then they're going to tell you, they're going to lecture you about lying. Can you imagine that? Go ahead, man.
This is Job 15 and 5. For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity.
Well, let me ask them a question. Why is all these people dropping dead?
Yeah.
Everyone getting a heart attack all of a sudden, right?
That's right.
Athletes, right? Top runners, sprinters, you know what I'm saying? Football players that's dropping dead on camera. What's that about? All my years, I've never seen that, man. And they tell you, oh, it's normal. It's when you eat cereal, sometimes it builds up. Come on, man. Because these people are stupid. Go ahead, man.
Job 13 and 4. But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value.
That's speaking to these Edomites. They're physicians of no value because they're not true physicians. A physician is supposed to completely heal you. What they do is they treat you, so-called. What does that mean? That means that it basically is keeping you sick, but masking the symptoms. Go ahead, man.
Job 15 and 5. For thy mouth uttereth thine iniquity, and thou choosest the tongue of the crafty.
That's right.
Thine own mouth condemneth thee.
Woo.
And now,
Fauci, all the lies this devil got caught in him. All these devils, all they do is get caught in lies more and more and more. Right? And they'll bring up the recording of what they said. They'll see, oh, he said this. But he said this a few months ago. So their own mouth is condemning them, man. But then these people still trust these people, man. Especially our people. I'm focused on our people. Now, they needed, we couldn't care less, man.
That's right.
Okay? But you Israelites, what's wrong with you, man? You've seen the works of the devil. Go ahead, man.
thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thine own lips testify against thee.
Okay? Tongue to fall upon us. Go ahead.
This is Job, Psalms 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Right, and that's the characteristics of Esau. You can't tell the 100% truth. That's it? That's something?
Job 15 and 31. Let not him that is deceived trust in vanity. For vanity shall be his recompense.
Right, and that's what they're trusting in. They're trusting in vanity, Esau society, and they're going to fall with Esau society. It ain't going to be no help when the society crashes, which is going to crash. Okay, all this system is going to crash, man. Because they're trying, first of all, they're trying to come in with a new system anyway. So they want it to crash. That's why they're always speaking about, recently, even in that meeting, when they were speaking about cyber attacks and this and that. What do you think that was about? And they said within a year or two, they should have a cyber attack happen. What is that? Why would they say something like that? Because that's what they're planning on doing, man.
Right.
It's that simple, man. Because that's going to bring a lot of hell on the planet Earth, man.
Right.
A lot of these proud-ass people, they're going to be, when they can't get into their bank account, okay, they're going to know. They're going to know what was up. They're going to remember the prophets out here on the corners, those crazy guys with the garments on, man. Okay? Go ahead.
This is Psalm 64 and verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search for both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right, the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. They think deep upon what? Upon wickedness, man. Go ahead.
But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
That's right.
All that see them shall flee away.
And that's what's happening, man. Now people are fleeing away. That's why they don't trust the media anymore, the things, because they see the lies that's coming out. That's why you have people who believe 100% in this government, and they're looking like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
What's happening? All right? I mean, the biggest zombies are waking up. All right? So, why? Because now they're fleeing away from the devil, man.
Right.
The face of the serpent. All right? Oh, you got some blood.
And all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High. For they shall wisely consider of his doing.
That's right. Go ahead, Quran.
There are Proverbs 6, verse 16. 6 things that the Lord hates.
Bring it up.
These are 6 things that the Lord hates. Yea, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look.
Yo, and who has the proud? Who's known as the most proud? These Edomites.
That's right.
You can see it in their face. They got the proud, the look of arrogancy, right? Go ahead.
A lying tongue.
A lie, and who lies the most? Who's the father of lies? Esau, Edom.
That's right.
And that's who runs the world. Go ahead.
A hand that shed innocent blood.
A hand that shed innocent blood. How did they get this land? Huh? How did they get everything they have? All the natural resources they have? Through mass murder. Right. Go ahead.
A heart that devises wicked imagination.
Well, are they not? What's their wicked imagination? So the micro CHIP, right? The carbon initiative. That's all wickedness disguised as something good for the humanity. When they're looking to give you a certain amount of carbon points, right? Or you think you're gonna go travel to the next city. Oh wait. Oh, you passed your carbon limit. But guess what? They don't have no carbon limit. That's the wickedness of it all. Go ahead.
A feet that be swift running to mischief.
Yeah.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
Yeah.
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
Oh, and Esau has done that at a high level amongst all the Israelites, all the tribes. Esau has sowed very much a lot of discord amongst us. Okay? He was dealing with colorism and all this nonsense, light skin, dark skin. This is stupidity that never existed before, man. Okay? So when you look at the ancient Egypt, the murals, you had light-skinned jakes, you had dark-skinned jakes going back then. That was not an issue, man. The amount of melanin you had in your skin. Okay? But this is a thing Esau created, man. Now, Willie Lynch syndrome, man. All right? Go ahead.
My son, keep thy father's commandment, and forsake not the law of thy mother.
Yeah.
Bind them continually upon thy heart,
Right.
and tie them among thy neck.
That's it. Go ahead.
This is Sirach 41:7. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Right. That reproach is coming. That judgment is coming. Okay? And it can't be escaped. Okay? There's nothing Esau, he can't talk his way out of judgment. Oh, well, this how they sold themselves and this and that and blah, 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 blah. You can't talk your way out of judgment. All right? But what did you do? The question is, what did you do? I was trying to shift the blame. What did you do? Go ahead, man. Bring it up.
This is Nahum 1 and verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power.
That's right.
And will not at all acquit the
The
wicked.
wicked is not going to be acquitted, man. Okay? Go ahead.
The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and in the clouds are the dust of his feet.
Right. And look at the beginning of the year. What do you have? You have blizzard, killing all kind of blizzard in New York, killing all type of people. Then you had the storm, the hurricane in California, killing all type of people, displacing all type of people. Then you had the tornado down there in Mississippi, destroying all type of homes, killing all type of... See, the Lord is working, man. And it's going to increase, man. It's not going to slow down. It's not going to calm down. It's going to increase, man. It's going to multiply, man. And then they're going to know it's the hand of the Heavenly Father. Go ahead, man.
This is Isaiah 29 and verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts.
That's right.
With thunder and with earthquake and
Yep.
with great noise, with storm and tempest,
Yep.
and the flame of devouring fire.
Right. So all these things are getting ready to come, man. All right? Especially to America, which is Babylon the Great. But it's going to hit all them first world countries, them beast system countries, man. Because the
right.
Lord is attacking Esau, Edom in general.
That's right.
What you got, brother?
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Yeah.
Therefore the art of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil.
Yeah, go ahead and pass. Go ahead and pass. Yeah, because read that again, please. Read that again.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
Yeah.
Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily.
Meaning the Lord didn't judge them right away. Okay? The sentence wasn't executed speedily because the Lord was allowing them to build up their wickedness.
That's right.
Even to this point. Esau was the nation who took the Lord the longest to judge, is taking the Lord the longest to judge. Because they have not been judged as a nation yet. Matter of fact, give me that one in Sirach, not Sirach, but in the Apocrypha, dealing with he destroyed us little by little. Go ahead.
Therefore the heart of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil.
Right. Okay. So because they haven't got punished, their heart is fully confident in their wickedness. Now give me. Okay, go ahead, but then get the 17, Psalm 17. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 5 and verse 4. Say not, I have sinned, and what harm hath happened unto me? For the Lord is long suffering, he will in no wise let thee go.
Right.
That's right.
Concerning propitiation, be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Right. But get me where I said they're not in trouble. Right.
This is our Psalm 73 and verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm.
Yeah.
They are not in trouble as other men.
Right. These Edomites, they can do all kind of things, especially these elites. They can do all kind of wickedness. All right, and they get away with it. But then you do even 1/100th of that, and they'll lock you up quickly.
That's right.
Okay. Go ahead.
They are not in trouble as other men.
Right, because that whole drug dealing thing, the government is heavy in drug dealing, man.
Yeah.
I believe J.P. Morgan, they're tied to bringing in all kind of coke into the states, man. All right, so you got to listen, man. They're not in trouble as the little guy, right? You jakes that are selling it, you jakes in poverty. You're the ones that's getting locked up in jail, man.
That's right.
Right? So them high level Edomite, they're not in trouble.
No.
Nobody's kicking on their door. Okay? Go ahead. Because first of all they're in league with the government.
That's right.
Okay? Go ahead.
They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men.
Right?
Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain.
Right, because they have not got judged yet. The Lord is waiting to judge them. All right? And we're at the point of their judgment now. So that pride that they built up after all that time, that's what you see at Edomite, that pride is since a baby, man. They've been told they were good, they were better, they were this, they were that. Just watching the TV, that's what they believe. Okay? So this is where that pride comes from. So imagine these elites. Imagine King Charles and these guys. Because the record is he don't even bend down to pick up mail if it falls, man. He'll call his servant. So he's been living off of pride for the longest time, man. Okay? Go Go ahead.
Wow.
Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment.
Right, because they have not been judged yet, but the judgment is coming. This is what we're here to proclaim, man.
That's right.
The judgment is on the way.
That's right.
It's at the door. All right? Go ahead.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Right.
They speak loftily.
And that's exactly what they do, man. And everything they're telling you right now in a roundabout way to try to help, so-called help the planet, is oppression. That's what they're telling you. Okay? That whole carbon tax and all, what do you think that is? That's oppression, man. You think that's freedom? Go ahead, man.
They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth.
That's it. Right? They're the ones that destroyed the earth, but then everyone else got to pay for it. Right? Oh, it's humans. No, it's not humans. It's you Edomites, man. And I hate when they say that, man. Oh, humans destroyed the planet. No, you Edom. The Native Americans were very, very at one with nature. Okay? They were known to pray over it. They killed an animal. They would pray over it, you know, and use up every part of it so they don't waste it. What you got to say?
I actually have an Edomite co-worker before.
Yeah.
He said to me, you know, all nations, they innovate, they do things and stuff, but the Native Americans, they never do anything. They stay in the same stage. They only get wood and sticks to
Yeah,
to
well,
help,
that's
right?
the devil. That's the
See?
devil. That's the devil. But anyways, at
That's-
the end of the day, they were one with nature. Okay? So they're not responsible for the destruction of the earth. It's you Edomites, man, that came and destroyed everything. That sucked the earth dry of the oil. Okay? You're the one that did these things, man. So stop saying it's humans, man. What you got, bro? There's more in there?
Verse 10, therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doeth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in this world.
That's why they prosper. Because this is an ungodly society right now. So the ungodly prosper. The wicked prosper. Any of them high-level celebrities and people that make it high in this society, they're all scumbags, man. Okay, including the ones of our people. Those are the lowest of our people too that make it on the level. You know? Because they sold out to the devil. Alright? Which is the lowest of the low. Okay? Why do you think they call it Holly Weird, man? Because they're doing all kind of wickedness, man. Kind of witchcraft, perverse sexual acts. That's what goes on, man. Oh, a sacrifice. They don't talk about that. No one's getting arrested for that. You got 500,000 children missing every year in America. There should have been a lockdown for that.
Every year.
Go ahead, man.
Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world.
And they're ungodly. That's why they own it. That's why they're around all these other countries sucking up the natural resources. Because the Lord gave the earth into the hands of the wicked for a time period, man.
Right.
But we're at the end of that, man.
Right.
We're at the end of their rule. Give me that. Give me Job 9 and 24 real quick, man. Bubble shot.
Book of Job, chapter 9 and verse 24, and it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof.
Yep.
If not, where and who is he?
And who gave him the power? The Heavenly Father, the Most High Yahweh. Give me Daniel's 4 and 17, man. See, these Edomites thought they got the power on their own. No, this was all prophecy, man. Right. And you're about to be taken out. That's prophecy too. Okay? Go ahead.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 4 and verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of man, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of man.
Right, he set up over the basis of men, the lowest of men, which is these Edomites. The Lord set them up, man. He brought the beggar out the dunghill, man. He took him up from that lowest state and propped him up. But he's about to prop him back down, man.
Sure.
All right? Or push him back down, rather. Okay? That was it on that? Got something else? Okay. What you got, Spot?
Sirach 10 and 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right, so the kingdom is going to be translated from the Edomites to the Israelites. All right? And that's, we'll set up one that is profitable. Give me that real quick, all right? The Lord is going to set up the Israelites to rule in righteousness. Now get me Proverbs 29 and 2. All right? What you got? You got another thing? Go ahead.
Verse 4, Sirach 10 and 4. The power of the earth is in the hands of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Well, that's it. In due time he's going to set over one that is profitable. That's Yahweh Shai. And we're going to bring this earth to the Garden of Eden again, man. We're going to clean up all this destruction that this devil done did. All right? Like I said, you can't blame all nations for it. Oh, it's human beings. No. The Native Americans took care of the earth, man.
Right.
The Native Americans cared about nature, man. All right? Right now they're under your wicked rulership, so they're doing the same thing you're doing. Like China, where did they get all that from? They got that from the so-called white man, the Edomite, man.
Sure.
They didn't learn about coal and all this stuff, but they didn't use that by themselves, man. Because people had to care for the earth. But this devil is all about money and greed, man.
Sure.
Go ahead, man.
They've been messing with the land. This is First Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 3. This is pertaining to Antiochus, verse 28. He opened also his treasure and gave his soldiers pay for a year, commanding them to be ready whensoever he should need them. Nevertheless, he saw that the money of his treasures failed, and that the tributes in the country were small because of the dissension and plague which he had brought upon the land, and taken away the laws which had been of old time.
Right. There was a plague that came upon the land because when you don't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, guess what? A plague comes. Right? That's why the earth is not yielding its strength. Right? You got apple. The size of an apple wasn't the same as it was in the ancient world. It was a lot bigger. And it was full of much more nutrients. Yeah. See, the problem with these people today, they're all nutrient deficient, man, because this Edomite will destroy the earth. So that's why I said the Lord is going to set up one that is profitable, or the scripture said rather. Okay? What you got?
If I may add real quick, even back then, like your brother was going into, back then they would keep the land Sabbath. You know, because according to the law, in the 7th year, you're supposed to give the land rest, so that the earth could yield fruit that's like the brother was saying, more and more bigger and has nutrients inside, man. But Esau, he doesn't keep those statutes. That's why, like the brother was saying, the size of an apple is this small, man. You know, back then it would take two strong men to carry a cluster of grape.
That's right.
You know, but now you can just pick it up with 2 fingers, man.
Exactly. And it tells you that in the scripture, Salakia. It tells you that in the scripture. Two strong men had to pick up a cluster of grapes. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then now you just pick it up with your 2 fingers.
Two
man.
men, a grape, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, 2 strong men.
Wow.
Right? So you have to, they had to come and then one was on that side, so that was some big grapes, man.
Whoa.
Okay? But that's the thing. But that was also the curse of Cain, and that's what proves that this man is Cain.
Yeah, this is pertaining to the trees that bring forth fruit. You're not supposed to cut them down. This is Deuteronomy 20 and 19.
Yeah.
When thou shalt besiege the city a long time and making war against it to take it, thou shalt not destroy the trees thereof by forcing an axe against them.
Right.
For thou mayest eat of them,
Right.
and thou shalt not cut them down. For the tree of the field is man's life, to employ them in the siege.
Right.
Only the trees which thou knowest that they be not trees for meat, thou shalt destroy and cut them down, and thou shalt build bulwarks against the city that maketh war with thee, until it be subdued.
Right. There's certain trees that you're not supposed to cut down, like the brother said, fruit trees bearing fruit. That's not supposed to be cut down. But Esau cuts down everything, which also affects the earth. Okay? And that's another thing. Even with the ones that you're allowed to cut down, you got to do that in balance too. All right? Right. Salakia, who has a revelation? Get me that, Zabak.
Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies.
18.
I had that.
You have it right now?
Yeah,
Read it
I
out.
have it right now. Revelation 18. Oh, I got my glasses.
11 and 18.
Yeah, 11 and 18. And the nation were angry, and that wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servant, the prophet, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name,
Right.
small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth.
Right, which is the Edomites, okay? The keepers of the house. Right? So they didn't say everyone, they didn't say humans. They didn't say humans, no, they didn't say humans, because humans didn't destroy the earth.
That's
The
right.
Edomites were empowered to destroy the earth.
That's right.
What's that family? The DuPont family? They were dumping all them chemicals in the water. And people in that neighborhood was getting cancer. And basically everyone on the earth has a bit of those chemicals in their bloodstream now. So this devil is destructive. The Teflon, making the Teflon. And they knew it was destroying people. Show you how evil these, bro. But did they spend one day in jail? Not 1 hour in jail did they spend. And you're telling me there's justice in this place, man? And they did destruction to everybody on the planet. Not one of them spent a time in jail, man. So I don't know how you can trust this system anyway. Go ahead, man. But you find one crack rock, I gotta lock him up. Wait a minute. Where did the coke come from?
That's right.
Huh? Who's bringing in the boatloads? There ain't none of them jakes own no boats. And none of them jakes are chemists. Because that whole crack cocaine, that's chemistry.
That's right.
So you know what I'm saying? They're coming from the hood. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? That was given to them, man. And well, there's a documentary on Netflix called Crack. It shows you how it came about, man. Via the CIA, man. But huh? Snowfall, yeah, it shows you that too. Snowfall. But are any of them facing trouble? Are any of them in jail right now? No, not one of them. They got suits on, ties, and they're the most destructive, the diabolical creatures on the earth. Go ahead, man.
Isaiah 14 and verse 5, the Lord had broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindering.
And this is what's coming, the persecution of the wicked. Go ahead.
The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against
Now
us.
that's twofold. The trees are actually going to be able to rest and be happy, but also the nations are going to be happy, man. Because they realize the oppressor is going to be taken out.
Right.
Okay? They don't just oppress Jake, they really oppress all the nations.
Right. This is Proverbs 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn.
Right, the people worldwide are in mourning right now. You just look at the average person's face and do they look at they're smiling? No, they look no, they don't look jovial, man. Okay?
It's true.
You know, the depression is on the rise, even amongst teens. How are you a teenager, a preteen, not even a teen, a preteen going through depression? You didn't even start life yet. Let's show you this earth is wicked and these rulers are wicked, man. Right? But then you got Jake, they want this place to continue, man. Go ahead, man.
This is Romans 8.
Oh, and they said this year, matter of fact, they said, I believe they said in 2022, the suicide amongst Jake went up 50%. What's that about? Jake doesn't even do that. You know what I mean? Jake never did that. Even in slavery, Jake wasn't doing that. So what changed? This is a wicked, evil, dark society. That's what changed. Oh, the juice. There's all manner of wickedness going on. All manner of psychological warfare that these devils are waging on the people. Man. Go ahead.
This is Romans 8 and verse 19. For the earnest expectation of the creature
Woo!
waited for the manifestations of the sons of God.
Yeah, even the animals, they're waiting for the sons of God to come into power in their spirit.
That's right.
Okay? That's why sometimes you see a dog passing, they'll stop and they'll look. They kind of want to chill, man. You know, because guess what? Even for the animals in our kingdom, it's going to be peaceful. Because when they come into Israel, at least I know for sure, when they come into Israel, they ain't going to be eating one another, nothing like that. Even a lion ain't going to eat nobody. Go ahead.
They showed that in Avatar, right? Glimpse. Like,
they were peaceful. They were peaceful. You know, they were peaceful. Okay, right? Yeah, they were playing with them and stuff. Yeah, just say that. You know, but that's because Jake is at one with them, right? That's because Jake is at one with them. You know what I'm saying? But then again, you saw that there was one thing that attacked the guy's store. Y'all remember the fish? He attacked his store. So yeah, so it's not even like that. Because nothing's gonna attack Jake. Everything is gonna be at one. We're gonna be able to swim with the whales and hold on to the whales and do their thing that they were doing in Wakanda. All right, so go ahead.
Isaiah 11 and verse 6, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them.
Right.
And the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox.
Right. So okay. So let me ask you this: what is the word Jerusalem mean? What does Jerusalem mean? Yerushalayim. What does the word Jerusalem mean in the Hebrew? Yerushalayim. I'm gonna ask you.
Isn't it pastoral peace, something like that?
City of peace.
City of peace.
City of peace. Go ahead. So guess what? When we're in power, everything's gonna be peaceful.
Right.
All right. When they come into Jerusalem, it's gonna be nothing but an aura and a vibration of peace and happiness, man. See, in this earth right now, when Esau's ruling, it's the exact opposite, man. You're actually fighting. It's like a constant battle in the spirit right now. Even just sitting down in your crib, yeah, you're fighting the spirit of boredom. Go ahead.
The cow and
you go to YouTube Shorts. If you're fighting that, that's a spiritual fight. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? We're all stuck. You gotta go through. You're looking for news, you know.
Yeah.
But then you gotta kind of act like you don't see the other stuff. You know. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, you gotta go in the spirit and let's go like this and land your figure out what. Hopefully the spirit lands on some good, edifying news, you know, and not booty shake candy.
I know.
Stuff. Go ahead, come on, tell me what
the cow and the bear
eye candy.
shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox, and the suckling child shall play on the hole of an asp,
Right.
and the weak child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den.
Right. So our kids are gonna play with serpents. All right. Go ahead.
They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain.
Ooh. Give me a Revelation 21. Right. And a matter of fact, it's about. Give me that Revelation 21. Go ahead.
For the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea.
Man, it's gonna be so peaceful and so beautiful in that time. Man. All right. The waters, the trees, the smells. You know what I mean? The colors, because you're gonna see color different. You're gonna see everything's gonna be different in the kingdom, man. Right? It's gonna be a complete upgrade, man. All right. So even the people around the earth, the nations, they're gonna want to come to Israel, man, to learn our ways, man. Give me that. Okay. Go ahead.
This is Daniel 2 and verse 35. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold broken to pieces together, and became like the chaff of the summer threshing floor.
Right, so now that was the statue of Daniel dealing with the different kingdoms, the heathen kingdoms that would rule. Right now we're at the last kingdom, which is the toes of iron and miry clay. Okay, go ahead.
And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them. And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain.
And that stone is Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
And filled the whole earth.
That's it. And that's the government that's headed by Yahweh Shai. Okay, it's gonna fill the whole earth. It's gonna be the dictator on the earth.
That's right.
Go ahead.
You guys,
Yep.
Isaiah chapter 2
Elect.
and verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
That's right.
They're all gonna come to Jerusalem and Israel to learn our ways, man.
Bow
Learn
down.
the ways of the Most High. Go ahead.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Because what are the ways that these nations are walking in now? The ways of Esau, really the ways of Satan. That's the ways they're walking in. That's why there's nothing but corruption around the earth. Okay? Go ahead.
And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall now lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
That's it. That's it. So there's not going to be any more war. Listen, that's the only time of peace. People talking about peace. There ain't going to be no peace in this place. When they shall say peace and safety, sudden destruction shall come upon them. As long as these Edomites are in rulership, you'll never get peace. Right. Oh, whoa, hold on. Hold on. Get Revelation 6 and 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what was Esau put here for? He wasn't put here for the purpose of peace. Go ahead.
So Revelation 6 and 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
Right.
And that they should kill one another.
Right.
And there was given unto
So
him.
his power, it was what? To take peace from the earth. And that's what he did. And he's not going to stop because that's in his nature. Go ahead.
And there was given unto him a great sword.
That's it. A great sword. That was his blessing. All right? So there's nothing that's going to change in this society as long as these Edomites are in rulership. That's what these people don't get. That's what these people can't grasp. Okay? That's like you got your food, right? You got leftover food from the fridge, and you go and put it in the shelf and close it, and then you're expecting to come back and it's warm. No, that's the shelf, bro. All right? So you got to put that in the microwave, right? Or the oven if you want it to warm, right? But that's what these people are doing, okay? What you got, bro? Huh? What you got, bro?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 31,
Yep, sir.
and verse, Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 21. For 3 things the earth is disquieted, and for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat.
That's it. That's it. When he's filled with meat. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Because you got servants bearing rule. That's the error that the Lord that's like it proceeded from the throne, so to speak. Okay, right? Because you see the servants are in rulership, and the Israelites is walking as servants upon the earth.
Sure.
All right, but like I said, Revelation 21. Give me Revelation 21, man. You get into power, it's going to change up. Go ahead, bring it out.
Revelation 21 and 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
Yeah.
And there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from
Which means that this rulership is over. All right? Once this rulership is over, that's the new heaven and new earth. Well, get me the scripture where Yahweh said, I am the bright morning star. Go ahead.
And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great,
that's the elect coming out from those chariots. Go ahead.
And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them, and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death.
That's right.
Neither sorrow,
Right.
nor crying,
Right.
neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
That's for us. That's for us. That's for the Israelites. That's not
right.
for the whole earth. All right? Esau's trying to act like it's for the whole planet Earth, all
Yeah.
nations. No. This is for our nation, for the Israelites. The Lord is going to make sure he's going to wipe the tears from our eyes. He's going to put us above the other nations.
That's right.
Okay? The meek shall inherit the earth. Right? Huh? Go ahead.
2 Ezra 4:28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee. For the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come. If therefore that which is sown,
the evil is sown, which is this kingdom. All right? Starting with the Edomites. Go ahead.
if therefore that which is sown
Yep.
be not turned upside down,
Right.
and if the place where the evil is sown
Right.
pass not away,
Yeah.
then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Right. So in order for the good to come, the good kingdom to come, this kingdom has to be wiped out. They can't be ruling together. This is why the Lord is going to uproot this place. And it's him who's going to uproot it. Okay? Yahweh Shah. All right? Go ahead. What you got?
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 12.
Hold on. Actually, Mahaya was holding it. Go ahead. What you got?
This is 2nd Ezra 6 and verse 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome. And the truth which shall been so long without fruit shall be declared.
Right. The truth which has been so long without fruit shall be declared, and corruption shall be overcome. And like I said, this whole place is filled with corruption, man. From the food to the medical, everything is corrupt in this place, man. Okay? The politics, everyone knows the politicians are corrupt. Ben knew that. Okay? Right? So what's next? The Lord is going to take this place out. Okay? The education, the history, everything they have out here is corrupt. So the Lord's going to uproot this place, and truth is going to flourish, man. See, because we're not going to be ruling in the dark like these Edomites, man.
Sure.
Having secret meetings and going to the Bohemian Grove, hiding behind trees. Oh no access, no cameras, why? Because they're working wickedness.
Sure.
There's going to be places we're not going to be accessible because we're going to be that ruling class, but we're not going to be doing things in secret. Everything is going to be for the open. What you got to say, bro? That's it.
This is second.
The only reason you got to hide is if you're doing wickedness.
That's why even Adam, they went and hid themselves under their nation. They realized they were sin.
Yep. Go ahead.
This is 2nd Ezra 7 and verse 33. And the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. But judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong.
See, that's when judgment. See, because you Jakes are looking for justice here. How are you going to get justice from a place so corrupt? It doesn't make any sense. The Lord is going to bring the justice. He's going to take this place out, and he's going to bring the justice, man. And the ones that are ruling that can't be found guilty here because they run the judicial system, they're going to be judged by the judge on high, the highest. Okay, he's going to judge them, man, because they're not going to make themselves guilty. The scriptures say that they hold themselves not guilty, man. Why? Because they got the power and they're wicked. That's why.
What? It says, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be shown, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule.
Right. That's it. The wicked deeds shall bear. Well, it says the vile man shall no more be called liberal. When you look at that word liberal, it means a blessed, a rock. Okay? It doesn't mean the liberal like the gay, all right? Do what you want to do. You could be a transgender frog if you want. No, that's not what it means, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
And they got a ribbit when they see you. If they don't ribbit, that's offensive and it's hateful. Go ahead, man.
Isaiah 32 and 1. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment.
Right. That's what's coming. What you got, brother?
I got a precept right here. It's 2 Samuel 7 and 24. For thus hast confirmed to thyself that people Israel to be a people unto thee forever, and thou, Lord, art become their God.
That's right. Okay, that's what everything is taken out, man. Well, give me Zechariah 13 and 8.
I got Lazarus.
What? Bring it out. Yep. That's good to bring up.
And it came to pass.
Any comments? Go ahead, bring it out. Any, like as in scriptural comments.
Luke 16 verse 22. And it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angel into Abraham's bosom. The rich man also died and was buried.
The rich man represents these Edomites, okay? And we represent Lazarus, okay? Go ahead.
The rich man also died and was buried.
Yeah.
And in hell, he lifted up his eyes.
So then when in other words, when that judgment, when his death represents a judgment coming, He was in hell, which represents a condition. Because they're going to be in a very bad position in the time to come. They're going to be at the bottom of the bottom, man. Like I like to say, man, a cockroach is going to have more rights than an Edomite in the kingdom. Right. Okay? And that's a fact. Because we're going to treat the animals correctly. We're going to treat the nature correctly. Sure. But these devils, they're going to get punished, man, for everything they've done, man. Go ahead.
That's right.
And he lift up his eyes, being in torment.
Read it nice and loud, brother.
And in hell, he lift up his eyes, being in torment, and seen Abraham afar off.
Yeah.
And Lazarus in his bosom.
Yeah.
And he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus that he may dip the tip of his finger in water.
Right, that's how much hell they're going to be catching. They're going to be hoping to get just a little bit of ease. Right? And they better not ask for no mercy, because they ain't getting no mercy. They'll get extra punishments if they ask for mercy in the kingdom, man.
That's right.
Okay? Jump in? Go ahead, bro.
This is James 2 and verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy, that hath showed no mercy, and mercy rejoiceth against judgment.
Right, because these devils didn't show no mercy. So how the hell they going to get mercy? That don't make no sense. That's not how the Most High works, man. You devils going to pay. All right? Go ahead, man. Every iota. You're going to drink down the cup to the last drop.
That's right.
And then some. Go ahead, man.
That he may dip the tip of his finger in water to cool my tongue, for I am in torment in this flame. But Abraham said to him, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime received good things, and likewise Lazarus received evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented.
Right. They're right. Now, right. We're going to be confident. So we're going to have all good things. And it's going to be on a way higher level than what Esau has, man. All right? And it's going to be eternal. Right? So Esau, listen, man, you didn't get the blessing. The blessing was never meant for you, right? From the beginning, it said what? That the elder shall serve the younger. So it was always meant for Jacob anyway. There was nothing, there was no foul play in it. All right? There was no foul play. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 60, and verse 17. And it reads, For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver.
This is speaking about the kingdom. In the kingdom, gold is going to be like brass for us. The amount of abundance of brass there is, there's going to be. That's how we're going to have gold. It's going to be so abundant for us. Go ahead.
For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver.
And silver is going to be like iron. See, iron is everywhere. So that's how much silver we're going to have. Right? Go ahead.
And for wood, brass.
Yep.
And for stones, iron.
Right?
I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness.
That's right. So the Lord is going to set us up, man. All the force of the Gentiles. Well, you read what you got. Read what you got. Give them the force of the Gentiles.
This is Revelation 21.
Because they're going to bring, listen, all these nations are going to bring us tribute. See, the Levites were living good because they got tribute, man. And they got the best of the best. What do you think we're going to get? Since we're all going to be a nation of kings and priests. But we're not just going to get it for the nation of Israel. We're going to get it from all the nations.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Revelation 21 and verse 18. And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass.
So everywhere you are, you're going to be able to look down and see your reflection. You know, everywhere you look, man.
That's right.
You're going to see your reflection because the city's just going to be pure gold, man. All right? And it's not going to be no dirt lying around and garbage and cans and human poop. No. It's going to be completely clean, man. Because why? We're going to have heathen there working, man. Making sure it's spotless at all times. All right? And then what? And then they said the walls are going to be built up with jasper. Can you just imagine the reflection and the shining of these places, man? It's going to be glorious on a whole nother level, man. You see, the Babylonian kingdom was a beautiful kingdom. Okay? That's why it was the head of gold. But as you go down the statue, it becomes a less glorious gold each time, right? The silver, then the brass, then the iron, and then iron and clay. We're in the time of iron and clay. That's why you look at this kingdom. I mean, yeah, you get the lights, you know, they might come from the ancient world. Oh, what's that? What's that? But then you look at the rest, it's like, yo, it's just a concrete jungle, man. It's very ugly and gloom.
That's right. True.
The buildings block the sunlight. Right? So wait till we get in our kingdom, how beautified it's going to be. Just being there, just the vibration of seeing it is going to uplift the spirit.
Good, man. We'll come to verse 21. And the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, and the street of it, and the street of the city was pure gold, as they were transparent glass.
Now, you can just imagine the city's going to be made up of jewels, brother, of just jewels. That's what the city's. See how they use bricks, and you go to Brick Lane. They got everything we're going to be building is basically, for the most part, is going to be all jewels, man. Precious stones, man. We're not using regular stone. We're not using concrete cement. We're not using bricks. We're using actual precious metals, man, and stones. Go ahead, bro.
Tobit 13 and 11. Many nations shall come from
And,
far.
hold on now. And the stones itself have vibrations. Every stone has their own vibration to it, man. And it gives us a specific energy. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like the jasper stone gives tranquility and so on and so forth, man. Right? The emerald is supposed to build up intelligence, man. Okay? You see what I'm saying to you? All these stones got their different vibration. See, and we're gonna know the full understanding of the stones in the kingdom too.
Go ahead.
What?
Lapis lazuli helps with wisdom.
Oh, really? Okay. Go ahead.
Tobit 13 and 11.
Some of that.
Many nations shall come from far to the name of the Lord power with gifts in their hands, even gifts to the King of heaven. All generation shall praise thee with great joy. Verse 16, for Jerusalem shall be built up with sapphires and emeralds and precious stones. Thy walls and thy towers and battlements with pure gold.
That's it. This is how we're going to be living, man. Jake is going to be stunting differently, man. And you know we're going to have precious stones and gold built into our garments. You already know it. All right? So we're going to be on a whole nother level as touching these heathen, man. You know? Go ahead, man.
And the streets of Jerusalem shall be
But
paved.
that's the contrast between us and Esau, right? When you see Esau, he's dressed like a bum. He could have billions of dollars. He looks like a bum because he is a bum in the spirit. All right? But Jacob, in the hood, in the projects, he got gold teeth, gold this, gold that, the spinner rims, things Esau, even the elites don't even know about. Where did you get that? Oh, call my mechanic. See if he can do this.
Base man.
Yeah, because he's a bum in the spirit. Go ahead, man.
And the streets of Jerusalem
Chariots.
shall be paved with beryl and carbuncles and stones of Ophir.
Right.
Right.
Ophir. Right. It says stones of Ophir. So there's different stones that might not even be mentioned there that it's going to be built up with too. Okay, there's certain stones that change colors, eh? Yeah. All right, certain stones that just change colors, man. And glow in the dark.
Stone from other mentions, right?
From other nations?
From other mentions. From other.
Yeah, we'll see what's going on in there too. What's popping? You know, see some new creatures, what's popping? Okay? We're gonna search it out, man. See, what Esau wants to do now, we're gonna actually get to do it. You got it, bro.
This is Isaiah 60 and verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls.
That's right. See, we're not going to build the walls up. We're not going to build up the kingdom of heaven. The heathen are going to build it up for us, man. They're going to do what we tell them to do. Okay? Go ahead.
And their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Right. This is the last captivity. So after this, what is next for us? Rulership, man. And punishment for our enemies, man. Go ahead, man.
Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
Yeah.
They shall not be shut day nor night.
Right.
That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
Which represents all their gold, their silver, their cattle. Like when they're not going to give us, they're going to give us gifts. Okay, they're going to give tribute, man. They're not going to give us every single thing. They're going to give us tribute, man. Continually, man. All right. And then guess what? When they give tribute, they'll see a blessing, or they might see it eventually. Eventually. All right? Go ahead.
And that their kings
Don't
may,
go with Terry. Wait for it. Go ahead. Shall surely come. So I'm not Terry. Go ahead.
and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be sure utterly wasted.
Right. Right. Those nations shall be utterly wasted, man. Okay? The ones that shall not serve us, man. They're going to be utterly wasted, man. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. Either you get down or you lay down. Man. Go ahead. Oh, which we could go. Well, this is a good time to go into Ezekiel the 20th chapter, the 33rd verse. Go ahead. Is it on there? Okay, go ahead.
Ezekiel 39:14, and they shall sever out men of continual employment.
Yep. What does employment mean? Employment is another way of saying a slave. Servitude. Okay, because you can get paid and still be a slave. It don't matter. They just change the dynamic. That's all it is. All right. Go ahead. So now you don't get beat. You just get left for dead. Basically, right? If you don't got no money, how you gonna eat? How you gonna pay rent? Right? So if you get fired, what does that mean? It means you know what I'm saying?
It's always funny in this world, you know, when people say, oh, I want to buy this, I want to possess this. But really in this world, you don't own nothing.
You don't own anything.
You don't own nothing.
You own nothing. You own nothing.
That's
You own
true.
nothing. Everything is temporary and it's like rented to you. It always be taken away, including your woman, including everything, including your
Vanity.
children. You don't own your children because your children, the state owns you. If you let you beat them, and they could go to the state. Oh, he spanked me, and they'll take them away from you. How can they take away children that are yours? Right?
Furthermore, to back you up, even the birth certificate, you know, that proves that the baby is owned to the state. You know, Apostle Gabar always brings that out.
Right. And they exchange the numbers on the stock market that are on the Social Security. Go ahead, what you got?
This is Isaiah, Zechariah 14 and verse 16. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which come against Jerusalem, shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles.
Yeah.
And it shall be that whoso will not
There's
come.
not going to be a choice. We'll just worship our high holy day. No, you don't have a high holy day. Okay? What?
Verse 17, and it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
Right. So that's it. So they're going to have to follow our ways. Right.
Luke 19
So
and
what does that mean? All these different, what kind of days do these heathen have? There ain't going to be no Christmas. There ain't going to be no Easter. It's not going to be no, what is it, Ramadan. There's gonna be no
Ramadan, yeah.
Come on, Ramadan. That's not going to exist for the kingdom. Right? All right? We're going to do the Day of Atonement.
No Eid too.
Sabbath.
No what?
No Eid.
I don't know what that is. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, it sounds wicked. It sounds wicked. Go ahead.
Luke 19 and 27. But those mine enemies, which were not that I should reign over them,
Carnival. Yeah, I'm going carnival now. We're gonna be partying, but ain't gonna have no carnival. Yes, that's even this. That goes back to Bacchus, man. All these things are tied to false gods and deities, man. Go ahead.
Luke 19 and 27. But those mine enemies, which were not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me.
Say them before me. So what? Oh, beautiful. I'm glad you said that, brother. There's one more? No, that's it. Okay, I'm glad you said it. Bring them hither. So this is what we're coming to. We're coming to that time when the Lord comes back. We're going to establish a dictatorship. Get me in righteousness now. Okay, get me a Revelation 2nd chapter. All right, get me Ezekiel. Yeah, 20, verse 30.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 20 and verse 23, 33. Ezekiel 20 and 33. As I live, saith the Lord Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, surely with the mighty hand and with the stretched out arm and with fury poured out will I rule over you.
That's right.
And I will bring you out
Fury. He's coming with fury. Go ahead.
And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the countries when you are scattered, with the mighty hand and with the stretched out arm and with fury poured out. And I will bring you to the wilderness of
So that means the outside's going to come rough with him, man. Get in the chair. You know what I'm saying? Weakness. They come down. So which one of y'all ain't with me? You know? Besides the elect. The elect already won. The elect is already good. The outside will be embracing the elect. We just going to be, when we good at the time, I don't want it. You know? Get up, brother. Get up. You know, please. That's not what you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then these the other Jakes, they gotta be tried. They gotta be taken. What are you about? And the outside already knows. We need a drama. He's like the most I like a show.
Yeah.
Right.
with the mighty hand and with the stretched out arm and with fury poured out. And I will bring you to the wilderness of the people.
Yeah.
And there will I plead with you face to face.
Right, and see, when people hear plead, they think, oh, please, my son. No, the Lord will be looking at you. You know?
Here's that son.
Yeah, what up? You know, you might just, we don't know what, Go ahead, man.
Like as I pleaded with you, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt, so will I plead with you, said the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant.
Woo. So when is the covenant going to come? After that, after he delivers us, man, the eternal covenant, man. Okay? See? That's when it's going to happen, man. You want that?
Yeah. And I will purge out from among you the rebels.
Right, and the Jakes that ain't right in that time that's still there, they're not making it today. Okay, Sarnetta, if he's alive, he's not making it. Okay, he's not going to make it. All right, I'm going to tell you this for free. He's going to be put to death. If he makes it, he's going to be put to death in the wilderness, man. He's not going to be able to act, though. I always believe this. Stop. Okay, he's an enemy, man. Go ahead.
And I will purge out from among you the rebels, and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, no one's going to be able to act and just switch. No, they got to be somewhat right. They got to be right in that time. They got to be right from that time. If they're not right,
that's
gonna
it.
be purged out. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay? So, like, what did I ask you?
That's Revelation 2.
Okay, get Revelation. Yeah, get Revelation 2.
This is Revelation 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
Right, even as I received from my Father, man. Okay, so he's gonna. So what? Read that again.
This is Revelation 2 and verse 26. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
So what? So the elect is gonna have power over these other nations. So when we go to the chariots, when we build that number with James, right there and then we're gonna have power over the nations. Right? Go ahead.
And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father.
Right. That's what I'm saying. We're gonna break. When we say we're gonna rule with a rod of iron, that means we're gonna be ruling with cruelty. We're gonna be very, very strict and severe with them, man. Because they're gonna have to get beat. First of all, punished, number one, and then they're gonna have to be in subjection, man. They're gonna learn order, man. They're gonna learn their place, man.
So the crown that's going to be deposited into our heads is going to be
Deposited.
I
don't need that. That's why you said
what's the right word though?
Place
Upon. It's going to be
put on,
in the chariots, right?
Well, we'll see. We'll see where. We don't know. We're going to do it right there and then. You don't know. It's going to be somewhat of a ceremony.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Somewhat of something, you know what I mean?
It's going to be a party going on like in the chariot.
Well, we're going to go party. We're going to be chilling. So. And we don't know how long we're going to be. Okay, but by the time we reach up there, we already got the victory.
That's right.
Okay, Trust me, you ain't gonna be thinking about the crown. You're gonna be thinking about the water. Only thing that matters is the water. That's it. What?
Deposit.
Yes, that's right. That's right. What you got?
Baruch, you read that Revelation?
Oh yeah, you read Revelation.
Baruch chapter 2 and verse 32. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity, and think upon my name, and return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds.
So hold on, wait a minute. So what's Nate talking about? Bishop Nathaniel talking about? We have the name now. Go ahead.
For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers.
See, so hold on. It said that we're going to bring us into the land. We're going to praise him. This is clearly talking about now. This is talking about the end. But we're not in the land yet. Okay? So this is the end when he delivers us the second time. Hold that. Get Isaiah 11 and 11. All right?
This is the book of Isaiah 11, and verse 11, and it reads, and it shall come to pass that in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people.
Right. So what was the first time? The first time was in ancient Egypt. Okay? When he took us out of the hands of the Egyptians. Now he's going to take us out of the hands of this Edomite, the so-called white man. All right? And take their ass down. All right? And put us up. Okay? Go ahead.
But shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Sinai and from Hamath and from the isles of the sea.
Right.
And he shall set up an ensign for the nations and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Right. And he's going to gather the Israelites from all around the planet Earth, man.
Right.
Okay? No matter where they're from, man. No matter how they look, all the Israelites are going to be gathered together, man. Okay? Go ahead. Oh, that's it on that. Go ahead. Read that again.
And I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers,
Right.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant.
So that's when the covenant's going to come in, man. How much more proof you guys need? The everlasting covenant is coming in when the Lord delivers us this second time. Okay? It's not coming in. It's not in yet. All right? We read Ezekiel 20. We read Baruch. What?
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power. And they shall be my people.
Right.
And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
I was so I can read that again.
Sorry. And I will no more drive my people Israel out of the land that I have given them.
Give your brother. Hold the dress. That's wicked. Go ahead. Go ahead.
And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power. And they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
So that's it. After the Lord delivers us this time, that's it. We're never going down. We're going to be ruling forever. Okay? And the heathen are going to learn their place, man. See, now they can be proud. Now they can look at Jake funny. Hurry up and buy it. They can do that now. But in the time to come, man, you know, we gonna have some fun beating them into subjection. And that's what we're gonna do. Why do we use the sugarcoat? This is what the scriptures say, man. We're gonna beat them into subjection. They're gonna learn the right way, and they're gonna learn that we're over them. Because there's order. The Lord created a people, a chosen people, man. And that's us, man. Go ahead, bring it out, bro.
Isaiah 19 and 4. And the Egyptians will I give over unto the hands of a cruel Lord, and the fierce king shall rule over them,
Right.
said the Lord of hosts.
That's Yahweh Shai, right? Because we read about how he's going to say, all my enemies bring them hither and slay them before me. See, when he's coming back to wreak vengeance on the majority of the people on the earth. Get me from the east to the west. So sling. Boy, what you got, brother?
Isaiah 33 and 18, straight to the point. Thy heart shall meditate terror.
Thy heart shall meditate terror. Speaking of what? The elect. Okay? We're going to have fun. All right? Good.
The book of Jeremiah.
I believe, had torture methods or weapons for the Esau. Man. And the Lord didn't rebuke him. Where did the Lord rebuke him on that? Man, that's wicked. You got debating shit. No, this is not right. No, I watch him say like, yeah, you know, the Lord taught. Well, no, David, it's not right. The Lord didn't say that. Well, he didn't say that anyway. Okay, the Lord didn't say that. Okay, he was a man after the Most High's heart. He was with it. Matter of fact, he's the one that told King Saul to destroy all the Amalekites. Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 25 and verse 30. Therefore prophesy thou against them all these words, and say unto them, the Lord shall roar from on high, and utter his voice from his holy habitation. He shall mightily roar upon his habitation.
He's gonna have the sword. He's gonna be flying, and they're gonna see him in the sky. He's gonna go ah, and he's gonna be ready, man, for war. He's not coming for peace. He's coming for war. Okay. After he takes his kingdom down, that's when peace is gonna come. After this kingdom is completely taken down, and all these heathen know their place, man. Go ahead, bro.
This is the book of Psalms 110 and verse 5. The Lord at thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath.
That's right.
He shall judge among the heathen. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies. He shall wound the heads over many countries.
Yeah, so does that sound like he's coming to give hugs and stuff like this? No, he's coming to put people to death, man.
That's right.
And to bring terror in these people, man. And before that, there's going to be a lot of terror anyway, man. See, Jake don't get it, man. Jake thinks that money's going to deliver them from what's coming. That's not going to deliver you from nothing. That's not going to buy you 1 hour, man. Okay? When it's your time to go, you're going to be through. Because money, if there's no food available, then well, what's the money going to do for you, man? Go ahead, man.
Jeremiah 25:30, the latter part, it says, he shall mightily roar upon his habitation. He shall give a shout as they that tread the grapes against all the inhabitants of the earth.
Right, and then when he comes back, all them jakes that know, they're not with the Lord. They're not doing nothing the Lord's told them to do. So when he comes, they're going to know he's against them.
Yeah.
He's going to know that's an enemy to them. That's someone that's coming to destroy them. All right? Because at this time, although they're Israelites, they're not in the mindset of Israelites. They're in the mindset of Canadians, of Americans, of Asians, of Jamaicans. They're not in the mindset of Israelites, man. Go ahead.
And noise shall come even to the ends of the earth. For the Lord has the controversy with the nations. He will plead.
Of Sudanese people, of Ethiopia. I'm talking about the Israelites amongst them. They're in the mindset of the heathen. They're in the mindset of other nations. And you jakes that are amongst Jake, you're still heathen. Okay, what is them dreadlocks about? Is that an Israelite custom? That's not an Israelite custom, man. Is it an Israelite custom? No? No?
It's Elam custom.
Oh, it's Elam. Okay. So what about when the scriptures speak about locks? What's that talking about?
The braids.
Good. That's right. It's braids, man. That's our custom, man. The braid the hair, man. Okay? Go ahead. And that's how you know. That's how you know King Solomon was a so-called black man, because he braided gold into his hair. Wait, Edomite. Show me all these elites. Show me Bill Gates and Joe Biden braiding gold into. Come on, bro. Them guys got billions and they look like bums still. It's not in the Esau spirit, man. Esau can have all the money in the earth. He's still gonna look like a bum, sit with his legs crossed like a massy C.
Yeah, Trudeau, eh?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see how the Chinese president punked him? He said, "See, I don't like what you did. It was not right. I did what I thought was right." And he gave him a handshake, like a little bitch, all he was missing was to do a little, he treated him like, I'll knock you out right here. This is true. Look like a little kid. He was standing there. It was like the awkwardness.
Yeah. No, that's one thing about Edomites, man. They're awkward.
You didn't know where to exit. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. The brother sound
Soon.
his walk is funny.
Yeah, he walks funny. He walks funny.
Judo, huh?
Who knows what went up here? You know, these things, right? That's what he sells it to, right? Okay.
Reading on, Jeremiah 25 and 31. For the Lord hath a controversy with the nations. You will plead with all flesh. You will give them that are wicked to the sword, said the Lord. Thus said the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the
It's
earth.
getting ready to get serious out here.
That's right.
It's getting ready to get real serious, man. All right? And these people, they're gonna be scared, man. They're gonna be in fear, man. All right? Because now it's calm. But remember, like I said, I was watching them that whole Davos meeting. Okay, and they were speaking about within the next year or two, a cyber attack and all this is getting ready to happen. All right, so when that happens, that's going to cause a lot of problems, man. And like I said, if they attack the grid, there's going to be a lot of judgment just based on that. That's going to be worse than any C-19 or anything. Okay, think about all the things you can't do. You're not going to be able to go to the bank to get cash.
Right.
All the food in the store that's in the freezer is going to go bad. That's in the fridge or the freezer is all going to go bad. Okay, the electricity to pump heat. Yeah. What are you gonna do? What else? You can't get gas. Forget about gas. When there's no electricity in the city, the gas is not. Pumps don't work. They work off electricity. Right? The ambulance is not gonna be working. The phone line for the ambulance, the phone line for the police is not gonna be working. That causes a whole slew of issues in judgment right here.
The purge.
Huh?
The purge.
The purge. There's a purge scenario right now. All right? Which let's get there's a scripture.
Pray that your flight not in the winter. Because winter is going to be bad, man. You know? No more plowmen. Cold.
And it doesn't even take that long. It doesn't have to even be the winter either, because it's not even, but it'll be the worst. It wouldn't even take that long for there to be mass death. Because remember the movie American Blackout? Remember that? That wasn't no 3 months, eh? That wasn't a year, eh? They started putting people to death the next few days. People started going put to death. And right before the lights came back on, the man had the gun to the guy, right? They was about to blow him away. So that's what's getting ready to happen, man. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 33, and the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth, even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered nor buried. They shall be dung upon the ground.
That's right. The dead bodies, they're not going to have time to bury them. So there's so much.
Second Ezra 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evil grow upon earth. Sword, famine, and great death, great confusion.
Right.
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Right. The others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? So hey, you're going to escape one thing, and you're going to reach to another. Go ahead.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them?
Right, you're going to see good old grass growing up out of places that usually are tended to. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to look crazy in the cities, man. Okay? When all the people are dead. See, the Lord is bringing, you see, people don't seem to get it, man. We visualize this stuff. Now, what I do, all right, I know other brothers do too, man. I visualize that stuff happening, man. The city's empty and things like that, man. All right? So these people, man, they're not ready for what's getting ready to come, man. They're not ready at all, man. What? Jump in?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Proverb 11 verse 4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivered from the dead.
Right, so the money that you got, that's not going to save you from what's getting ready to happen, man.
Right.
You can stack up all kind of bread. That's not going to save you. All right, because the money system they're trying to do away with. So when they crash everything, that's not going to be worth anything anyway. All right. You see what I'm saying? Until maybe they come back on the grid and they say, okay, bring your money and we'll give you a percentage worth of the new CBD to the seed. Good.
The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice.
Yeah.
For of a city,
Bro, look how much people are dropping dead now. We didn't even reach the destruction yet. And there's all people every 2 seconds, this guy dropped dead, this guy dropped dead. Wait till the real things come. Wait till the next thing comes, man. You see what I'm saying? It's going to be that plus that. All right? And then plus whatever else comes, man. So there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be gone by the time Yahweh Shai gets here, man. Go ahead.
for of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the cliffs of the rocks. As in an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword.
That's it, all right? And they're going to be going through houses looking for food and all these different things. So how are you going to be having a good night's sleep, knowing that people are kicking in doors and entering into houses, man? Right? And then people got their families, man. So you worried about having family time. Well, your family's not going to make it in that time if the Lord ain't with you, man.
And the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough.
That's it. That's it. And like I said, man, it's gonna be growing all type of bushes coming out the concrete. All right? Because what no one is gonna be tending to, the city workers, Oh, the people cleaning the roads, and if it starts snowing and shit or whatever, who's gonna clean it, man?
Right.
No one. It's just gonna stay there. It's gonna pile up. Okay?
Verse 37, behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack. Like as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb.
Right, because at first it's separated apart, right? So you have one calamity that might happen, and in the next few years you might have another calamity, next 10 years, right? But now we're at the point where it's back to back to back to back. So this is close to what? The child being delivered, meaning what? Yahweh Shai. All right? Go ahead.
Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon earth.
Right.
And the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
That's it. And that's what's coming. Sorrows. See, this is what's building up. It's going to be one thing after another, after another, after another. That's what the Heavenly Father is setting up. And He's putting it in the spirit of these Edomites to do these things, okay, for the purpose of judgment. All right? Get me the sword, which is thy sword, okay? And give me a sword that's sharpened, brother. All right? It's time to work.
Psalm 17 or verse 13.
I just read. Second Ezra. I'm playing, really. Go ahead.
Psalm 17 or verse 13. Arise, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword.
God, that's right. All right, the wicked which is thy sword is Esau Edom, man. All right, and he's gonna bring a lot of death through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, because he's the one that's bringing this judgment. What you got, bro?
This is Ezekiel 21 and verse 9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened, and also
140.
furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter.
Yes.
So Should we then make mirth?
Right, so if this sword is being prepared, well, why are you making mirth? You don't see what's going on? You didn't watch the devil's meet? You didn't see what's happening in the earth? What these devils are planning on doing? And you think this is a time for mirth? To get married? No, the scriptures say, though they have wives, be as though they have none.
That's right.
So you should be focused on this truth any damn way, man.
That's right.
All right? And if they're with you, they're with you. If they're not with you and they're hindering the truth, you just got to keep it moving. Because either way, right? If the Lord ain't with you, then it's not going to be good either way, right?
That's right.
And that whole family life is coming to an end now anyway.
That's right.
So you might as well serve Yahweh Shemel Shai, let him let everything fall in place
Yeah.
the way it needs to fall.
That's
Go
right.
ahead, jump in. Okay, go ahead.
On 2 Ezra 16 and 40, O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils, even be as pilgrims upon the earth.
Woo! It's pilgrims, man. You have to be on the move, man. Right? Might have to be in that van life. You don't know. But that's why it's important. This brotherhood is important. It's to trust who you're around and to know the brothers in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. This is why the vetting process is a serious thing with great no. So it's not serious. These other cats just dump, you know. You get a garment, you get a stash. Come on in, you know. That's right. Yeah, you gotta buy. Yeah, you know the preset package. Okay, this, go to that. Go to, you know the beginning parts, and that's it. But it's a copy thing. It's more of a parakeet thing.
Yeah.
It's not. They're really in this thing. You know what I mean? You gotta be really in this thing. You know, because what? Like I said, you don't want to be around people you can't trust. The brotherhood is the only thing that these people don't got that in the world. They got friends and shit. Let real hard times hit.
That's right.
Let there be the last sandwich. Oh, shit. Okay? And their friend is there in the crib starving with them. They gonna eat the sandwich, looking at crumbs on their face. Oh, you found food? Huh? You not even talking. I say, you found food, my friend? No, I didn't find no food. Oh shit, that's fucked up. Let me know. Right? That's how they gonna move.
Yeah.
Most of Akim, you got 3 brothers. I got you, bro. You got 3 brothers, gonna chop it up.
Yep.
3 slices. Can eat this. The Lord gonna give us something. No way. The Lord gonna
Yeah,
pass
that's
something.
right, that's
the Lord
right.
gonna make sure brothers is all right.
Yeah, that's it.
Zavai look hungry, bro. Go ahead, Zavai.
That's what?
Sirach 6 and 7.
That's right.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. For some man is a friend for his own occasion, and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Right. So you gotta try friends, man. You know, you gotta try friends, man, to see if they're really with you. You know what I'm saying to you? You know, and then the only ones that's really with us is those that are in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. You know? What you got? Let me finish this. Go ahead.
Back to
And even then, you're gonna have some people surprise the hell out of you, man. Satan, you know what I mean? Satan enter right in. Oh, sorry. What is
The 2 Ezra 6 and verse 24. At that time shall
Shaquat's next, brother. Go ahead.
At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Right.
And
What? Read that again, bro.
2 Ezra 6 and 24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies.
Yep.
And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run.
Right, because these people in the world, they're not really true friends. The friendship is BS. They really don't. A real friend is supposed to build you up. That's real rare in this society, man. You know, Jake is looking to keep you on the same level as them. When you get to a certain, they don't want to help you build up to another level. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, that's how Jake operates, man. Yeah, right. Crowd of the bucket mentality, man. You know, and it doesn't have to be physical. They're robbing your money, or it's just a spiritual. It's the things they say. You know, so it's not a thing of what I mean, snapping on you something. You know what I mean? That's like, why you gonna snap on me like that? Like, you know what I mean? I feel a weight. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Jay don't have no consideration. You know, so but that's why that friendship in the world is just not real. And the friendship amongst the Yahweh Shai, that's the real friendship. Okay.
This is Matthew 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of
12
many.
tribes in the nation of Israel. That's us, man. The Lord is going to give us our vengeance. Go ahead.
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
That's right. Because what?
Iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax
You
cold.
know, and then when you look at that word cold, it says psycho. All right, it's the Greek for psycho. So these people are going to be going crazy, right? Because of the lack of food. And Second Ezra speaks about the lack of bread. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Ain't nothing they're going to be able to do, man. I mean, they're just going to change. They're just going to switch. Turn the switch is going to turn when there's no food around, man. That's when you're going to really know. And that's when you're going to see the true nature of these Edomites. See, Esau in the movies, they act like they're good people and whatever the case may be, but they're gonna be real grimy in that game, man. Okay, go ahead, man. Because remember, when the pilgrims came off the boats, they was committing cannibalism, man. You see, so that's how Esau gets down when his back is against the wall too, right? Which Jake was doing that too. All right, but Esau do that quicker because Esau was doing that even while they were on their way with the slaves, eh? They were eating slaves.
Yeah.
Yo, these Edomites, when you really know their history, man, they're real sick, demented people, man. Okay? So wait till Esau really gets down, man. You're gonna see, man. You Jake's gonna be talking about how we need to stick together like brothers. Esau, yeah, come with me, come with me. Alright? They're gonna have a hammer and they're gonna hit you in the side of the head with a hammer and do what they want to do.
Mais quand je reviens,
Go ahead, man. Real quick.
So Ecclesiastes 6 and verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that hath found such and one hath found a treasure.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Well, there's another scripture that says in there's that too, but I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about there's like a safety in a friend or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
Two is better than one? Is that what you mean?
Try 16.
16.
Verse 16.
16.
Verse 16.
Verse 15 first. Nothing doeth contravail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him.
Right, because sometimes, just talking to a real friend. Yeah, go ahead. Right? Just talking to a real friend, will build you up, man.
Yeah.
When you're going through some different things, you know what I'm saying? They'll bear the burden with you. Right? That's how it's supposed to be, man. Yeah. All right? Not supposed to add on to the burden, man. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Whoso feareth Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall direct his
Which that's part of what I believe Yahweh that said it. That if he sorrow, weak with him, roughly paraphrase. But that's natural if you're real friends. But you see, that's what I'm saying. There's a point where, okay, you think about the scripture, but there's a point where it's in you anyway. It's like, you know what I mean? Because it's just what it is, the spirit of Yahweh shot. Go ahead.
that friend asks you to go certain distance.
Go double.
That's
Right? That's how it's supposed to be, man. All right? You right? You see your friend going through something, you gotta, you know what I mean? You're supposed to feel like you're going through it. Go ahead.
Whoso feareth Yahweh Bahashim.
And you can't have fun while he's in the, you know what I mean? You can't really, you kind of think it like,
It's a blow.
you're not really in a jovial like, because he's going through some shit like, you're like, yo, you think about, I hope that shit gets regulated, you know what I'm saying to you? And then when you find out it's regulated, now you're back in, okay, let's get, let's party, you know what I'm saying? Get that IUIC spirit, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. It's an Israelite party, it's the Israelite. Go ahead, man.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall find him.
Right.
Whoso feareth Yahweh Ba'ashem
But
Yahushai.
how much more important is that in the time of tribulation?
Right, yeah.
Because some brothers might be doing better than others, some brothers might be, but you brothers gotta take care of one another. Okay? You see what I'm saying? Especially in that time, because ain't none of these, like I said, because Elder Ariella says this often, these other people on the earth, they don't have this. Okay? So they don't have no safety. When shit drops, it's just them. It's literally just them. Okay? It's literally just them. Alright? Literally. Like they don't got nobody. So for you even to have even one other person, at least you're going through it equally with someone you could trust, right?
That's
Just one. But imagine multiple.
Ooh, treasure.
Yeah. It's the body,
Go ahead, man. You gotta think of it like that too. Alright? Go ahead. Go Salaka. You ever jump in?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's a long jump in there.
It's a long one. Alright, go ahead.
Whoso feareth Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall direct his friendship aright. For as he is,
Wicked evil kingdom. So, yeah, this place got to be destroyed by nuclear fire. America has to be destroyed. Go ahead.
That's right.
whoso feareth Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai shall direct his friendship aright. As he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
Right, as he is, so shall his neighbor be also, man. Okay? So then that's what it is. You got to find one like yourself, right? Because two walk together unless they be agreed, man. Okay? Go ahead, man. No, go ahead, Mahai.
This is John 13 and verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have love for one to another.
Right, right. You get that example starting with Yahweh Shai, right? Because there's no greater love than. Matter of fact, get that. What's the more no greater love? Go ahead, bring that out, bro.
Galatians 6 and 2. Bear ye one another's burden, and so fulfill the law of Hamashiach.
That's it, man. You see your brother got a burden, you know, bear it with him, man. All right? Go ahead.
This is John 15.
Will be in your power, you know? Because not everything is in your power. The scriptures also speak about don't put yourself in a detriment to help a brother if you're going to be in the same situation. What's the point of that? Right? You got 100 left. You got to pay rent. You can't pay rent. He can't pay rent 100. Oh, here. Well, how does that help? Now you're homeless. No, he's in a house. He's like, oh, Salaki. You be filled and be warm. Right? Like this guy be warm and be filled. You know? Because what is he gonna do for you, man? Right? So it don't make sense. Right? You just gotta pray at that point. Go ahead, man.
This is John 15 and verse 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends.
That's right.
Right. That's the number 8. And you gotta have brothers under 8. That's the ultimate love. The mindset gotta be like that. Right? You don't want no guy around you, Esau kicking the door. So where's he at? Oh, he's on the 2nd Street. Just let me go, please. Have a line and a wife, please. There's a house that I have to tend to, you know. You know, he's there. Yeah, he's wearing the what do you call this thing? Man? Poncho. He's wearing a poncho. It's blue and red, you know. Right? So Esau knows everything. Now you want a brother to say, don't do what you gotta do, Esau. Right. By the way, you're going into slavery.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
Where is he at? Boom. Esau, you taking me out as a fury, but you know, like the Maccabee said, you know, but you shall have no hope of resurrection. You're through. You're done. After this, you're going to wake up in captivity. Man. And I'm gonna be you. It's gonna be me. I'm the captain. When that time, I'm gonna be the captain. Right? So that's you got to be in that spirit, man.
That's right. That's
like
right.
You're not gonna forsake your brethren, right? For what? For what? For a chip. That's nothing but shit. Yeah, for a chip. Yeah, for a chip.
That's true, man.
Because that's what you're doing.
That's right.
Like a chip in the sandwich. Go ahead, man. Don't give you a sandwich.
A ham sandwich. A ham sandwich.
Right. Jake's sitting there with a coffee, yeah? And he should be there. I promise he's there. Eat the sandwich. Can I get some orange? Huh? That's gonna be the most shameful writing in the book. And thus Matthias ate the sandwich. Devoured the sandwich. You know, all right. His head might stay down for like till Esau's done. Shit. You might not even be able to enjoy the kingdom for a while. Brother, be playing music and I don't want to listen. Lucky, man. Jason's fucking, man. Go ahead, man.
A resurrection of them nations.
Who was reading? Who was reading? Oh, just stop. Who was reading? Take it easy, bro. Take it easy. Bro. Who was reading?
This is Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. Two are better than one, because Ecclesiastes 4 and 9, 2 are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. But if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he that hath not another to help him up.
Woe to him that is alone. Did I say all them people are going to be alone? Every single one of them. Even the ones with all the kind of, they could have the biggest friend community. But when things get real, they're going to really be alone. Their woman going to turn like Job's wife. Yep. Okay? They're going to find out. Well, no, actually, no, she might be in order in that. She might just jump. She probably jump in order. Okay? Because all they're all going to jump in order. All right? But if they find somebody, if the Lord ain't dealing with the person, they find somebody who they're going to jump in order for him.
Oh, yeah.
But they're going to be in order.
Just to add up too, even if the brothers that are in the faith, they're alone, Yahusha is with them in the spirit. So us, we're never alone.
Facts. Facts. Probably bump into Raphael too.
It's like with the section drinking the Abednego and in the furnace of fire. Who was the fourth man? Yahushua. You know?
It says, verse 11, again, if two lie together, then they have heat. Woo. But how can one be warm alone?
That's right. Right. That's not no faggot shit. All right? That's just dealing with common sense. If it's warm, huh? Oh, it's not. That's dealing with common sense, right? If it's right. If it's cold outside, you stick close together, man. You're sleeping outside, bro, and it's warm. What are you supposed to do? Really, they should. The homeless people should gather together if they were smart in the winter. And that's common sense, because then you gather bodies. Right? Oh, that's it. All right.
It says, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him.
Right.
And a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
Right. Well, what it says, takes in the world, you get into a scrap. They could be your so-called friend, but then you get punched in the face and you look at I see he's kicking you in your face. Bam, bam, bam. It was crazy. What were you doing? I was watching, brother. I was watching. I was making sure no one jumped in. That's Jake's favorite line. I was making sure no one jumped in.
Yeah.
Right? But Jake he's not going to squabble with you. All right? So how much more to be put to death? How much more to lose his life for righteousness' sake, do the right thing, man? See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Real quick, Salaki. This is
What you got, Machaya? Go ahead. Oh, that's all. Go ahead.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 5, and verse 7. For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man some would even dare to die. What you got? But Salaki, but Yahushua.
Right. But the average person is not willing to die for another person, period. That's the point, Another person is not willing to die for something. You know what I mean? It's very, very, you know what I'm saying? Even family members, you know what I'm trying to say? Right. So the brotherhood's a different type of thing, you know what I mean? Different type of thing, bro. Okay? What you got, bro?
This is Revelation.
Go get the last scriptures, too. Go ahead.
Revelation 2 and verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right, so you have to be faithful unto death. You have to be willing to die for this thing. And the thing is that Yahweh Yahushua is going to be with us. He's going to show us that he's with us. Even the brothers that have to be martyrs, the Lord's going to show you before that that he's with you, man. You might walk on water before that happens. Okay? He's going to show you, man. Okay? Especially in the times to come. Come on, man. This is the finale of judgment. Okay? What you got, man?
Isaiah 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the east, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him.
Right, so when these Edomites, mainly the armies of these Edomites, they got all kind of Gurga troops and things like that, and these robots they got ready. You know, these things are getting ready to be used, man. Esau's going to use all his arsenal in these last days, man. Okay, so when all these things are unleashed, the Lord is going to protect the elect. All right? What else?
This is Ecclesiasticus 51 and verse 7. They compassed me on every side, and there was no man to help me. I looked for the secure of men, but there was none. Then thought I upon thy mercy, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and upon thy acts of old, how thou deliverest such as wait for thee, and savest them out of the hands of the enemy.
And that's what's getting ready to happen for the elect. Yeah.
This is Psalms 91 and verse 10. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Yep.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone.
Right, so we're about to see that, man. And all these people are going to be catching up around us. So like I always say, it's going to be like a big movie. Yeah.
Psalms
Check out on that. Go ahead.
Psalms 124 and verse 2. If it had not been the Lord who was on our side, when man rose up against us, then they had swallowed us up quick, when their wrath was kindled against us. Then the waters had overwhelmed us, the stream had gone over our soul. Then the proud waters had gone over our soul. Blessed be Yahweh wa Yahushai, who hath not given us as a prey to their teeth. Our soul is escaped as a bird out of the snare of the fowlers. The snare is broken, and we are escaped. Our help is in the name of Yahweh wa Yahushai, who made heaven and earth.
That's it, all right? So with that, we'll close up. We'll give all praises, glory, and honor.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash.
Everyone speaking apostle and elders, the great millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to brothers out there pushing this word out with truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shemai.
Shemai.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
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 Shemai.
Shemai.
Yasha'Allah. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shemai.
Shemai.
Yasha'Allah.
Yahweh.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh,